This is really the start of a rivalry between these two nations. I mean, what's at stake here, Lisa?
Yeah, this is a budding rivalry, hands down, between these two sides. And you mentioned the World Cup in 2023 between England and Spain. Spain, of course, getting the better of the Lionesses in that match. But since then, they've played two competitive matches against each other, and they've split results. Most recently, England took a lead, and then it was Claudia Pina for Spain who came back to get a brace and help Spain get the win. But you also have to look at the rosters of these teams, because back in 2023, the players that started for the World Cup and then the players who started in these semifinal games, 7 of the 11 for England are the exact same. 8 of the 11 for Spain are the exact same. So they have a lot of familiarity from different nations, but also at the club level as well. Just a few months ago, we had the Women's Champions League final between Arsenal and Barcelona. And if you look at those rosters, we had 12 of the 22 players that are the exact same. So these players know each other. They got a little friendly rivalry going on.
And it does kind of build into the idea that these are the two best teams. They were the two best teams in this tournament, and I know we got maybe a little, if not carried away, but excited with the fairy tale journey of Italy. But really, it's nice. It's good for a tournament when the two best teams get to the final, because you should get the best possible final. And these are the two best teams in Europe, as we said. Possibly the two best teams in the world. Okay, I don't want to take a too big step there. But if they're World Cup finalists,
yeah. Well, what about the US? All right, we'll talk later. We can do a whole show on this. We can do a whole show on this.
Okay, but still, listen. These are the World Cup finalists, European finalists. They've met in the Nations League as well. These are two really, really strong teams, and we're going to get a really strong final.
And we are going to take a look at the starting lineups for both of these teams in a second. But first, for England, players like Chloe Kelly and Michelle Agyemang, they're not players that are starting, but they are players that, when they do check in, they really show up in big moments. Why do you feel like Sarina Wiegman hasn't been starting these two players?
She's stubborn. I don't know. She's stuck to her guns. I mean, we know this about Sarina Wiegman, though. Back in the Euros in 2022, she didn't change a single starting lineup from opening group stage match until the final when the Lionesses won. She likes what she has. She understands the roles of these players, and she wants to have consistency in that, and that's why we're not seeing it. I don't know if that's the right decision or not, but she's true to her word. She stands firm, 10 toes down on it. But Michelle Agyemang and Chloe Kelly have been absolute game changers when they come onto the pitch. Michelle Agyemang is a pest. She's all over the place. She's getting stuck in. She's creating things for herself. It's just a little nuance to her game of being a little bit of an energizer bunny, a chaos creator, if you will. At just 19 years old, the ceiling is really high for Agyemang. I want her to get more minutes, though. I understand if Wiegman's not going to start her, but bring on those subs a little earlier.
The thing is, in tournament football, I think coaches like to have like a block of players. That this is who we like, and then we can have people to come off the bench and change things up. So obviously the numbers are eye-catching, the performances have been eye-catching, those goals from Michelle have been very, very eye-catching. But maybe Sarina's thinking, I can use them off the bench. It's worked so far.
And these short spurts of these players, of Kelly coming in and providing something different on the wings, different crosses than Lauren Hemp does, than Lauren James does. That is a difference that she has in her back pocket. And you're exactly right, Phil. Maybe she's just waiting to throw those cards.
Yeah, so we want to see these players get more minutes, and that leads us into our Geico Get More segment, because there are some players on the pitch that we're seeing some good stuff out of them, but we want to see a little bit more. So when you look at Keira Walsh, what can Sarina Wiegman do to get more out of this particular player?
Keira Walsh has to stay involved in all phases of the game. Throughout this tournament, good opposition, France, Italy, they have done a really good job of eliminating Walsh in her play. How Walsh plays is she is the linchpin in England's attack. She switches the point of attack. She does really long direct balls. She plays short, snappy passes. She controls the tempo as well. And defensively, she's really an organizer for the players in front of her. When she gets eliminated from games, she has to find ways to stay involved, whether that's dropping a little deeper between the center backs so she can get on the ball, popping out wider, or even just occupying important spaces that will then open up other gaps for Georgia Stanway to be more impactful. Keira Walsh cannot get lost in this game. She has to give more, even if the opposition tries to eliminate her.
All right, well, let's take a look at how these two teams will be shaping up against each other on Sunday.
Yeah.
What are some of the matchups on the pitch that we're really looking forward to here?
I mean, there's so many we could call out. I love this. First, we're going to talk about this front forward position that we have for the Lionesses. Chloe Kelly, we slotted her in there because Lauren James is doubtful to play in this game. She's dealing with an ankle knock from the semifinal. So if this sub is made, I am so keyed in on Hemp and Kelly. They're different players that play on the wing, but they complement each other really well. Lauren Hemp, she wants to get end line, go 1v1 at attackers, and then combine, get numbers up opportunities in and around the attacking 18. Chloe Kelly, she can almost pop inside a little bit more into those deep pockets, but her service has been tremendous. Right foot, she can cut back and serve it in with her left foot, getting a curling ball in. So those two wingers for England are going to be so crucial in this game and how they play.
If we're looking at Spain, I think this right-hand side is going to be really, really important as well. Obviously, everybody knows about Aitana Bonmati, what she can do, what she did in the semi-finals. But if you look at how that goal came, that winning goal came against Germany, it actually comes from Onya Batye pushing up, pressing and winning possession back high up the pitch in the 113th minute. Her energy is going to be key. So obviously Bonmati is creative on that right-hand side, but you also need Batye to be pushing up and pressing to be able to get the ball back so Bonmati can create magic.
I'm going to give one more, Claudia, because how can I not? Defense, we love it here on Morning Footy. Esme Morgan and Leah Williamson, the two center backs for England, they have to have the best game of their lives playing against Spain, because in just a small instance, we have seen Spain not only pick apart center backs, one pass that does it, right? It's just one small moment, and the Spanish team can capitalize on it. They have to be really stout in building out of the back, being options for Hannah Hampton when she has the ball at her feet, and then also organizing, because they are going to be pinned back a lot of the time, which how much possession Spain has throughout every single game they play, and a lot of it stems from Morgan and Williamson.
Yeah. Well, Phil, you talked about how these were the two favorites coming into this tournament, and the two favorites have survived against all odds. There were some times where maybe it looked a bit doubtful. So let's see, though, who has the edge. We spoke very highly about the strengths of both of these teams on the pitch, but they're going head-to-head. So one of them may be a little bit better in one aspect than the other. So let's start with defense. Who do you think has the edge over the other, England or Spain?
I think this is very, very difficult going through all of these lines, actually. I think it's very, very difficult. I would perhaps go defence England, but not with a huge amount of conviction, because I think Spain, you know, that unit is very, very strong. Laia Alexandra coming back into the heart of the defence we expect.
Yeah, that's big for
That's big for them. That's big for them. You know, no disrespect to Mendes, but I think Alexandra is a big player for them. I'm going to say England, but feel free to disagree with me, because you could make a good argument for Spain.
Yeah, you absolutely can make a good argument for Spain. They've been susceptible at times, showing us how their back line gets really high and they can kind of get mentally caught up in the possession and the attacking side of the game, leaving the Spanish defense exposed. But now they've gone back-to-back shutouts in 2 games, which means that it's been a focus for Spain in how they've been able to really tighten up. Meanwhile, England's been leaky. The fact that they have been a little unwilling to defend, and that dog in them to be able to just step up and play, I think that's my argument in that one. But I will think England overall has the stouter defense across all 4. So I'm going to go England.
All right, England for defense. How about midfield?
I think this is a little bit more clear-cut.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. I think we could go with Spain, right?
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
Given the players that are on display there, you know, absolutely world-class players in those positions.
World-class, all 3 of them? Yeah, I would agree completely. Aitana Bonmati and Alexia Putellas, who drops in there. It's not just the individual skill that they have, but they have a lot of freedom to move and go where they want, and they read the game so well that they pick out these little pockets of space that just pick apart opposition. It definitely goes to the Spain midfield.
All right, no debate for midfield. How about attack, though?
I don't think there's a debate in this one either. I'm going to go the Spain attack. How deep they are, the rotations that they have, because not only the 3 that we lined up to start this game, but they have players coming off the bench that can make such a difference. And I think the depth for me gives the edge to Spain in the attack.
Yes, I completely agree. And also, if we're talking about attack, we can also add in midfielders that join the attack as well and get goals and get important goals. So I think they're really strong in the final third.
It's almost like the midfield and the attack for Spain, those 6 players are just one group. It's hard to stop when you have 6 of them all on the same page.
All right, well, how about manager? Who's got the edge here? Is it England or is it Spain? What do you think?
It's England.
I think it's England, hands down. I didn't know where you were going to go with that one.
Listen, I know I live in Spain, but I am English. I'm trying to be impartial here, yes.
This is a hard one for you. All right, so England.
Absolutely. I mean, Sarina Wiegman has done such a good job of managing this tournament, managing the emotions, managing the media as well with these players. We mentioned it earlier in the week, Claudia. Sarina Wiegman is the first manager, men's or women's, to advance her team to a 5th straight international final. She did it with the Netherlands, and now she's done it with England at World Cups and Euros. It has been impressive, her consistency at the top level to handle everything that's being thrown at her.
And Monse Tomé is basically just starting her career. She doesn't have the experience. She's done extremely well, taking over in difficult and complicated circumstances. So, no disrespect to her, but I think this one's pretty clear.
Well, how about intangibles? It looks like this is the tiebreaker here. So,
who do you have, Phil?
I mean, do we go with the world champions, with the intangible aura of self-belief, of confidence? Because this team really, I think, has grown. I think they've matured. I think they believe in themselves more. I think they believe in the idea more. I think they know that if they keep going, they've got so much talent, so much magic that they will win almost every game they play. Not every game, and we've seen them, fail in certain circumstances, not least the Olympics last year. But I think they've got this aura and they're building it. And if they win this will just cement their status as a really legendary team.
I could see why you would say Spain, considering that this tournament has now been about the football, about the players. And when they won the World Cup, it really wasn't. It was talked about so much more that happened, the unconsensual kiss that came after the game. So now they're able to focus on the football. I'm going England, Phil. They have the intangibles in this game. They are defending the title. They don't want to give that up. They have this on them. They have the mindset of these players of coming into this tournament saying they're underdogs, right? Spain has been dubbed the favorites well before this tournament started. How do you think that makes England feel? They're the reigning champions of this competition. They won it. England has the intangibles.
Oh, no. I have to pick you guys. Why couldn't you guys were in agreement the whole time?
Because you always ask me score predictions. I had to make you make a hard decision.
No, I don't know who to go with. I'm going to go, I feel like I have to go with Spain. I'm sorry, Lisa. I feel like I have to go with Spain on this one.
No hard feelings.
I know.
They are the favorites. I get it.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, let's bring in another opinion. We've got John Buckets Eimer waiting patiently for us with his bets heading into this final. Buckets, what do you have for us?
Wait. I have a question for you first, Buckets. Last time we had you on the show, you gave me some bets about Germany to score in the first half and the second half. Remind me, I'm losing my memory. How many goals did Germany have in that game?
If I'm not mistaken, and if my sports book is correct, I think they had 0 goals, and I missed both of my bets on Germany. So thank you for bringing that up, Lisa. Not feeling great about that one, but you called it. You said it was going to be a low-scoring game, and you also mentioned that in the Italy versus England matchup, Italy had scored first against every single one of their opponents. They were 3-1 to score against England first, and they did that as well. So maybe you should be giving out the bets here.
Yeah, John, you can call me. I'll help you out with the women's football anytime. I got you.
Well, we'll see if you agree with it. If she agrees with it, then I called her first. If she does not, if Lisa disagrees, then these are all my bets here because I'm starting with my first of 2 plays by keeping it simple. I'm just taking Spain on the money line here. I've got Spain winning this matchup within 90 minutes here. If England make the mistakes they did against Sweden and Italy, where they went down 2-0 to Sweden early, where they went down 1-0 to Italy, they did great coming back in those matches. But if they make that mistake and go down early against Spain, I don't know if they can get back into this matchup. As we saw versus Spain and Germany, Spain are this tactical chameleon. They can attack when they need to. They can defend when they need to. They can lose my bets by not letting Germany to score when they need to. I just think Spain might be a little bit too good for Italy, or for England right now, and I've got Spain winning this one in regulation. Then I also wanted to find a player prop for everyone, so I'm going for a bit of a maybe obvious play here, but I wanted a Spain player, and I'm looking at Alexia Putellas to score or assist in this matchup at plus 120. Right now, she has the second most goals in this competition with 3. She has the most chances created with 18 and the most assists with 4. 7 goal contributions over her 5 matches played. While I don't think we're going to see a lot of goals in this one, her to do anything, to have a goal or assist at plus odds is something that I feel like I have to take even in a final as big as this one.
Buckets, at first you said Alexia Putellas to score, and I was like, I don't know about that. But then you said assist, and you saved yourself. So I like these bets. We'll see how they do this weekend.